Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you're here. Before I move forward, thanks for joining me. I know it's been a minute. I have not uploaded in a very long time. And thank you to those sweet people who have reached out to check in on me and they're like, where are your YouTube videos? We miss you. And y'all are strangers on the internet. I've never met you. So I'm just flattered that you care about me and have reached out. So I'm back. I'm here with an update. Number 2, I've tried to film this video so many times. I am not a camera person. I am not an editing person per se. Like, I know enough to get by. But when I was filming YouTube videos in North Carolina, I had a whole team. So I want to shout out Ethan Hall, Allison Frost, and Logan Green for all your help with all those videos because you guys are incredible and I miss you so much, but I'm thankful for all the work that you did for me and all the help, because this is hard and I'm learning and growing. And also shout out to my boyfriend who's now helping me. We're both learning and doing this together. So I have moved 7 hours away. I left home. I thought that I would only be back in North Carolina. I grew up there, but went to college in Tennessee, came back for what I thought was just gonna be a year, and then I was gonna move to God knows where, New York, Nashville, Atlanta. I had big aspirations and I ended up staying there for 8 years. And so changing jobs and everything that's been happening in the last 6 months has been crazy because I've changed jobs twice in 6 months. And I feel like I've learned and grown so much. I first started when I moved up here working for a marketing and tech startup, which was interesting. I learned a lot and I'm thankful for the experience, but now I'm back where I just feel at home, and that is working for a nonprofit as their director of marketing and events. And so far I'm really loving it. And I'm just excited to be able to give back to Hampton Roads and help so many people with different areas, from veteran help to financial mobility to education to women's rights, all these amazing things that I now get to help be a part of, and just excited for what the future holds. So one of the biggest reasons that I've moved was that I was dating my boyfriend long distance, and after a while, you know, long distance is rough. We did it the best way that we could have, and it worked for us for the year that we were, and definitely probably talk about some tips and tricks that really made our long distance successful in a later video. But it was definitely time for me to just move away, period. I was very ready to move out of the area. I love Western North Carolina. I love Asheville and Waynesville. But it was definitely time for me to move. And so he lives here and his family lives here. And so it was just an easy transition. Like, yeah, this is what the next move is. And it was interesting whenever the opportunity presented itself. I am usually someone who will make a list, who will kind of think things through, but also I'm very intuitive and I trust my gut, and I feel like I'm led by my gut a lot. And so whenever that pull started happening, I was like, okay, this is the next move. We're going to do it. And I encourage you guys, trust yourself. Like, you really know you better than anyone else. And so it may be scary to transition. It may be scary to take the big risk, but I've found that most of the time when I step out in faith, oh my gosh, it's so wonderful. And it doesn't mean it's easy, but it means that it's definitely worth it. So super thankful for that. So a few like tips and tricks that I've had with moving and transitioning and just trying to make the very best out of it is one, making sure that I'm diving headfirst and I am so open to opportunities in this new place. When I moved here, I was like, all right, I'm gonna try new things. I'm gonna put myself out there. I'm gonna learn and grow and just be a part of this community. And so that has been really awesome to be able to do that here. And this place is very diverse. There's people from all over the world, especially because there's so much military in and out of here. So it's been great to connect with people who have been here, born and raised, and they're like tried and true Virginia Beach people, and then also people who are from literally all over the world. So it's just a beautiful place, lots of different culture, food, art, music. Just really thankful for this place. I feel like it's allowed me to grow and learn. And another thing is Grieving the transition and leaving. So one of the biggest things with that is I've talked about this in other videos. I'm a big relationship person. Like, my friends and family mean everything to me. And it was interesting leaving a community that I thought would still be connected to me in some way, and they're not. And I've had to grieve that, an expectation that I had that wasn't met. And it's been interesting. It's been sometimes it's been hard. I feel like I'm in a totally different place now. Shout out therapy, with that, and just being accepting of those losses. And what's been cool though, on the other side of that, is some people that I wasn't so close with, or maybe was close with in North Carolina. Now we're even closer since I've moved. It's been so interesting to have those relationships really blossom and grow, even though we're far apart. And that actually happened to me and my best friend. We both went to colleges far away. We were pretty close in high school, but then when we went to college, we were like 10, 12 hours away from each other. We actually got closer, and we're still best friends to this day. So it's really interesting how relationships mold and grow, and just, yeah, geography has little to do with that sometimes. It's really the intention and sometimes putting in the work to make relationships happen and grow. And that's the other thing, deciding what is for you in this season. And when you do change things, whether that is moving or jobs or deciding to go a different path in life, whatever that is, really being intentional with what should stay and what should go, and being able to grieve and celebrate that. And so one of my biggest takeaways has been time with myself and checking in with myself. So many of us, life happens so fast and it's chaotic and things are moving and changing, and we don't take the time to step back and be like, okay, check in with myself. Where am I healing and growing and learning and changing and adapting and moving, all those different things. And so I've tried my best to do that here. Whenever I may feel a certain emotion or something stirring up, just taking some time to reflect and also ask myself some hard questions. So that's been a really big part of my transition, is making sure that I'm in alignment and my heart is in the right place. And if there is something that I'm grieving or working through, that I do that I take the time to do that. It's also been really beautiful moving away from a place that I felt very boxed in, and sometimes just like put in this little bubble, and to bust out of that and be in a place where I can fully be myself and be fully free. And it's just been great. And so I encourage some of you, if that's where you're at and you're feeling like trapped, sometimes it's not even moving away, but it's you now standing up and taking the brave step forward that you're not going to be confined anymore and people are going to put you in a box. And so I just encourage you, if that's how you're feeling, if you're like, man, I just feel like I'm limited, make a change, whether that's a career change, a geographical change, whatever it may be. And it's been awesome having such a great support system at home in North Carolina. I love my parents and they've been so supportive and great. And also creating home here, getting close to my boyfriend's family and his friends becoming my friends, and all that has just been a really cool experience so far. And I'm really grateful for that. And I have a dear friend, Lauren Lanou. I'm going to link her website down below, so make sure you check that out. But she talks about what home is like and how we create home and what home means for us, aside from the stereotypical thoughts of home, because we know home is not just a geographical location, but it's people and experiences and other things that we have that make home for us. And so I encourage you to check out her website and her writing. She's phenomenal. Just to kind of dive deeper into that and maybe even process and grow and learn about what is home for you. And so me doing that where I'm at in my life has been really rewarding so far. And I'm really thankful for that opportunity to step back and make some really big decisions about who I am and what I love and what I'm passionate about. And so I'm thankful for all of that. With that, some exciting things are in the works. We're in pre-production for a podcast. And I say we because one of my very favorite people will be joining me, and I will be announcing that very soon. We will be launching a podcast. If you are someone who wants to talk about some hard things, enjoys getting a little more vulnerable, being able to go deeper, you're going to really want to check out this podcast and join us. It will be interactive. And if you follow me on my personal Instagram account at Emily B. Christopher, you'll get all the updates. My Instagram account at Intensity is dormant for now. I don't really know where that's going. So right now she's just at rest. She's just chilling. But if you want to follow along and get all the updates for all my future endeavors, make sure that you follow at Emily B. Christopher for all of that. And again, I just thank you guys for tuning in, for asking about me, and just being an amazing community here. I really love what Instagram and YouTube provide in terms of community and connecting people all over the world. So it's beautiful. Let's keep doing that. And I challenge you, what are some things that you need to shift and grow in? Is there a big risk that you need to take? Is there a new adventure that awaits you? Step back and ask yourself some of those things, and don't be afraid to trust yourself and say yes. I will see you guys next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and there will be more to come. See you guys soon.